Be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
And they'll run here with Carter. Carter, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created that all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses. But just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Block off of play action. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action. Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And unfortunately, in 2020, in the season opener, Cortland Sutton tore his ACL. But remember, over 1,100 yards in 2019, his future is still awfully bright.
Now Gordon on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again. Touchdown, Broncos! K.J. Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke, sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Bridgewater will try and throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Play action now. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. The way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Carter. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Locke on the bootleg. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff for Carter. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 25. Another tote for Carter. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. After the sack on first down, Locke dumping it off for Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Locke now to throw. Out to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. One more time with Carter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Here's Locke. Being chased out left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Bridgewater now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a second down. Locke going to throw. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Buying time to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And it's a 1st down and more for Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 83 yards. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Yeah, he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they will take a knee here. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll set up the screen to Carter.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Tens the mic. Tens the mic. Hey, here we go.
And they take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time.